Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing a progress report on a couple projects that I've been working on, as well as showing some snippets of a couple projects that I'm still working on, so pretty much the same thing. The first project I will get into is the Project Save Arizona, which is a consolidation project of different nonprofits and charities into one specific website, specifically at this time for the state of Arizona. In the previous video, I kind of outlined the progress I've made on that already. This is just a slight update. Regarding the actual project, I'm still adjusting the actual website to include a service grouping logic to prevent some nonprofit and charities from showing up multiple times within the same locations and areas because they provide multiple services to that location. So if you've seen the website, you will see, I believe one is the Department of Economic Security, I want to say, and that one shows up multiple times because they provide, again, multiple services for I believe the entire state of Arizona. So yeah, I think I said the Arizona Department of Economic Security. I can't remember. So that one's still a work in progress. In terms of expanding that project, as I said, to all 50 states, I've made pretty good progress on that. So far, I've categorized a list of every single charity within all of all 50 states. I've organized them by specific, well, I haven't, but the list that I found is organized by specific counties and cities in which they serve, of their service areas. And I'm currently working on translating them into finding out, the websites of those charities and nonprofits, their contact information, as well as brief descriptions of the various services they provide. It will take some time, but again, the goal is to pretty much do exactly what I did with the Project Save Arizona, but for actually all 50 states, using as much publicly sourced data as I could find. I'll have like a snippet of it next to me or something, not sure. But yeah, I've made pretty good progress regarding that. The second project that I'm kind of finished with, but not really, is a notary services template for people who provide notary services. Again, I'll have it next to me or something like that. This website is basically a template for, like I said, those who provide notary services. It will have a home page that explains the region of the service and the services they provide. So you can adjust it depending on like the state you're in, or if you want to provide just certain specific services compared to, let's say like you're specifically in remote notary compared to someone who travels, like a traveling notary, or if you only provide certain services, you can adjust it on the homepage. It has a service page that explicitly outlines, again, the services you provide, which can be adjusted if you don't want to provide certain services. It has a built-in schedule an appointment page for directly scheduling appointments, if that's your thing, or if you do more of like an email thing, of course you can adjust that if you don't want someone to like directly schedule an appointment for whatever reason. It also has an adjustable contact page that you can edit with your own contact information for if you want people to contact you. The next project that I'm still working on, and this project is basically a template, so everything on it will be adjusted, so it's not, the finished product will not look exactly how it looks, pretty much. I know that sounds weird to say, but this is basically a vision of the template, if that makes sense. It probably won't, but that's okay. So basically, the homepage is brief information on the future project, a comprehensive, getting a call. Sorry. A comprehensive startup guide for building your, it's a Perpetual Soup website guide. I don't know if I said that already, I can't remember. So again, brief information on the future project, basically like the ethos of the project, of what it is. A comprehensive startup guide for building your own community Perpetual Soup project. A brief information regarding the global traditions and history of Perpetual Soup traditions across various regions. Brief information regarding food safety protocols within Perpetual Soup projects, if you decide to make your own. Strategies for building communities around Perpetual Soup projects, including volunteer engagement, sustainable partnerships. Strategies for building communities around Perpetual Soup projects, including volunteer engagement and sustainable. I think I just said that. That's scary. Brief information on legal and regulatory information to be mindful of, such as permits and health department requirements, especially when starting your own Perpetual Soup project, so you can be safe for if the health department audits you or something like that, or if they try to shut you down or something, I don't know. And various other resources, such as a complete start to finish guide, planning templates, as well as a recipe collection PDF thing. So again, this is more of the vision of what it will look like. This isn't going to be the final product, and all the information on it's going to be changed. But this is basically, again, the template's vision. Might not make sense. That's okay. In the last project, I'm kind of going quick because I'm like kind of busy. The last project is again a work in progress. It's another template of a vision of what the project will look like. A lot of the information on it's going to be changed and more personalized and basically adjusted. I don't know if I've said this. Just kidding. But it's just the vision of what it will look like. This one is for the SaveMohave nonprofit nonprofit. The one I discussed in the previous video that will eventually replace the SaveMohave website. And eventually I will replace the other websites, such as to Save Yavapai and Save Maricopa, with their own independent kind of websites related to this one, but that's very far in the future, so I'm not planning on doing that right the minute, but that's more like a long-term thing. So basically, SaveMohave, it's basically a kind of going blank right now. I talked about it in the first video I made on this channel. It is a education project for bringing awareness to Mohave County and the residents regarding the unlimited groundwater extraction open door, I guess I should say, within the laws that allow for unlimited groundwater extraction of water from the Hualapai Basin. So this has a brief information on the future project, which is an education project to make people know that their groundwater is literally being extracted with no regulation at all whatsoever, with unlimited extraction capabilities. And I literally mean that, unlimited with no regulation. I'm not kidding. Their drinking water of elderly people and stuff like that. If you know a lot of the population majority in Mohave County, which is pretty sad that people would do that, but I guess some people really need water for growing different plants. So brief information on the future project. It includes brief explanations of different water statistics. It includes brief explanations of different potential solutions to the unlimited water extraction issue, I guess I'll say. It has various resources, including 1, fact sheets related to the Hualapai Valley Basin and understanding AMAs versus INAs. 2, a work in progress presentation that summarizes the entire movement/idea. 3, a collection of research and reports, such as economic impact reports, long-term sustainability, and potential water policy reforms. Number 4, various conservation tips. Number 5, various educational materials. And number 6, various take action guides. Again, this is, I don't know if I've said this, just kidding. This is a vision of what the final product will kind of be based on and will look like. It's very complicated for me to get into, but I have a lot to do before any of these projects are finalized, including the ProjectSaveArizona one. I'm still working on that before actually expanding it to, or trying to at least, for all 50 states and stuff. So yeah, and again, with the SaveMohave project, as I mentioned in the previous video, I believe, with the ProjectSaveArizona, I do own the domains of SaveMohave, Save Yavapai, Save Pinal, Save Pima, Save Maricopa of .net, .org, and .com. Eventually, and the primary goal right now is to try to work on the SaveMohave nonprofit with everything I just mentioned. The end goal with this project will be to have, I don't want to call it a movement, I guess an advocacy campaign would be kind of a better, I don't know what to call it, but I'll have an individual, independent ones that are unique to their specific area. So SaveMohave obviously will have to do with the Hualapai Valley Basin and potentially other basins and stuff like that due to their specific issues with the unlimited groundwater extraction within that basin. Save Yavapai will obviously still be about water extraction issues, but will be geared towards specifics in that region, and so on and so forth with Pinal, Pima, and Maricopa and stuff like that. So kind of not a copy and paste, but a framework, if that makes sense. Maybe not. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.